so we are totally bumping Facebook there. Sorry, Facebook, you're just like moving around. This is kind of what happens when things are not working perfectly. Tracy, my fabulous professional assistant, had an appointment this afternoon, and that's why things are a little bit off.
Yeah, I was late
and
for my
she
appointment,
just
so I
literally got back. Hey, Charlotte. Hi, Dudley. Hi, Karen. Hi, James. I'm not sure who's here on YouTube because it doesn't tell me unless maybe if you comment. I don't know on YouTube if it will show or not. Pardon us, YouTube. We're still figuring things out. But we have gotten here, so that's really cool. So I hope everybody got here, and I hope everybody is enjoying the show. Hey, I think everybody's finally set up. I've got 3 phones going at once, which is really cool. Unfortunately, that means none of you are going to see the cover. Oh, I can bring it up on here. I can bring it up on the computer. Yes. That's cool. That's cool. We can bring it up.
I thought you were using that one for your YouTube, for your Facebook.
I would have loved to, but for some reason the camera's not going, so yeah. First time holding a live launch, I decided to do it big on all 3 platforms. May have been a mistake, but that's okay. We're going to have fun. So tonight is all about having fun, so let's get rid of that, and let's talk about, if I could have the notebook, please. Dun, 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 dun. So I was supposed to be here like 10 minutes ago and saying, thank you for joining me. But we are here. And we are having a good time. So my name is Josephine. Obviously, some of you know me because you've joined me and are saying hi, which is really cool. And I write romance books, which are a lot of fun. And I just love writing them because I think it's fun to have a happily ever after. I think it's fun to have comedy. I think it's fun. Well, lately I've been getting into a little bit of suspense with some of my stories, which is kind of fun too. But I promise I will be heading more into comedy again because, you know, we're enjoying the Ramesly family and getting on. Hi, Mitzi. We are getting on to this sort of family and what they are about and exploring their background, and it's been a great deal of fun for me, and I hope it's been fun for you. So again, say who you are, say hi, tell me about the weather, you know, what's the weather like where you are? Comment on how far away you're coming from. I know some of you are from the States. I know that I have fans all the way in Australia. I've even had some people purchase my books out in England and in Europe, so that was really, really cool. So if you are here tonight, let us know, say where you're from. I am Canadian, so happy me. I actually come from Ontario, southwestern Ontario. I live by the Great Lakes, and I love that. I enjoyed traveling this year. It was great fun. I met a lot of people out in Arizona when I went to the WRTR, and that was the great time where I actually started rewriting, like, I wouldn't say rewriting, but writing again. So I've been writing probably since high school, which has been fun. And yeah, there's my girl having a great time.
What are you doing on my table?
Shaking it for my viewers. That's what she's doing on the table. So I've been there. Oh, somebody's in Santa Cruz, California, and they say it's 80 degrees and warm. Oh, I wish. Today we had some sun, so it was nicer, but it was 4 degrees overnight. So Pleasant Grove, says Robin. Hi, Robin. Yeah, it was 4 degrees last night, and that would be a little bit over freezing in your fabulous Fahrenheit, because I am a Celsius girl. So it was kind of chilly. We're still waiting on spring, but now finally the grass has gotten greener, which is great. So I have no idea, but I want to do it a little experiment because I've done lives before, but I've never asked for this live. Can you guys post pictures in the comments when we're live? I have no idea. Would anybody want to try to do that? Post a picture. Post a picture of your pet. Post a picture of yourself if you want. Post a picture of a beautiful sunrise or sunset. I just want to see if it works because I have a game that I want to play and I want to do pictures. But if it doesn't work, then maybe we'll just have to do descriptions, which is fine too. I mean, that's totally cool. But we'll see. So if you can find a picture and try and post it, Karen says no, just emojis from her view. Well, maybe we can do an emoji game. I don't know. Be like poop.
Emoji squad.
Emoji squad. Yeah. Oh yeah. So basically, the purpose of the party is to have fun. I am going to be giving away a few gifts. Basically, somebody's crying. So what I'm going to be able to give away is read it before you can buy it. Unlikely Hero. I had planned to have Unlikely Hero ready to go, which is unfortunate that it's not. It is still in review on Amazon, which is sad. I think the reason why is because my main character doesn't speak normal. He's kind of got some slang going on, and so it's taking a little longer. They probably red flagged and are going, it's got a lot of spelling errors and a lot of grammatical errors. Well, on purpose, yes. Because that's the way he speaks, right? It's not that you can't understand what he's saying, it's just that's the way he speaks. So, it'll be fun. So I'm thinking Friday the book will be available. I did a boo-boo. So my boo-boo is that my book, when you get it, will probably say babies A, B, and C. Because I was picking them out for a contest, right? But the good news is if you get a manuscript or a book that says A, B, and C, then you can update it. Like, give it a week and go back and click the update button in your Kindle, and it will totally update it to include the baby names, which were fabulous. And I thank everybody for entering. That was an awesome contest. We had a lot of replies. We had a lot of people enter multiple times. We had people, saying all sorts of interesting names and giving the meanings of the names, and it was really, really great, and I enjoyed it. So thank you so much for participating in that. It was a lot of fun, and I'd like to say congratulations to Sherry Weir. I believe it's Sherry Weir. Let me check. Sherry Weir from Saskatchewan, which is kind of funny. She's a Canadian too. And her names for the babies, the 3 beautiful triplet girls for my fantastic characters, Michael and Anne, were Aubrey, Emma, and Isabella. Now, I really, really like these names because Emma and Isabella are in my favorite Jane Austen novel, Emma. So it was kind of it was really, really hard because there were some really, really awesome names. But congratulations to Sherry. She's going to get a signed copy of this book, Words Unspoken, which is the 3rd book in the trilogy, which is the romance between the parents of these children. And lucky, lucky her, I will be mailing that out this week, which is awesome. Let's talk about Unlikely Hero. So this is a book that is dear to my heart. It's been a lot of fun writing it. Molson has been in my head for a long time because he really, really wanted... They can probably hear you over the dog. So, I'm just going to bring up a picture of my fantastic cover. So thank you, Lisa Messengy, for giving me such a fantastic cover. It is the best cover I have, well, not the best, but it really, I saw it, I fell in love with it, and it's fantastic, and it just is beautiful. I love how they're in this kind of fog, and they're alone, and, under the umbrella together, and it just is so sweet and so lovely looking, and I thought it really, really captured them. So the 2 of our fabulous people, just keep showing this to you, our 2 fabulous main characters here are Molson Colbert and Holly Ershman. So we met Dr. Holly Ershman in Love and Lies. She was Bethany's shrink, and Bethany, unfortunately, was the victim of a bit of an attack. So someone actually tried to kill Bethany. They attempted to murder her in a kind of devious sort of overdosing way. And I know this is clean romance, so that's kind of weird that I'm putting in such topics, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun because these characters all tie into each other. So I wanted to know more about our fabulous dear Holly. And she is upset that this happened, and she really, really wants to find out what happened, who's behind it, because they kind of put her name on the line and kind of almost framed her for an accidental overdose, which is not what happened. So she wants to investigate what's really going on. And then we have Molson. Molson actually showed up for the very first time in book number 4. He was in the epilogue. And, you know, back then we knew nothing about him at all. We didn't even know his name. I had no idea who this guy was or what he was going to do. I thought he might actually be a bad guy. And he's not. Which is funny. But, so it all starts off with him, you know, he's getting DNA from David Ramesly, and the reason he does that is he's actually finding out just exactly who is his father and who's not. And then we've learned more about him in Love and Lies, because he is Detective Drew Colburn's younger brother. And so we learned kind of that he wasn't exactly the most up and up person, and that he's got gang tattoos, and, you know, he's kind of slangs his speech, and he's, you know, he's just different. But he becomes much more likable in my book, and we learn all the reasons behind what he does, like why he's doing things, and we make him a much more my dog is growling over there. She's been good all afternoon. I even took her up and down the stairs. We played ball. I was like, she's gonna be so tired when I'm doing this. No, she's whining. She's growling. She's like, oh, there's somebody out there. I don't know. Howie's not out there, so I don't know what she's growling about. What a dog. So he's just a lot of fun, and it's gonna be fun to learn more about him. So let's read our fabulous synopsis about them. I have that up here. So the blurb on the back of the book of Unlikely Hero is, Molson Colburn has always grown up with people looking down on him. And it's true, he's had a really rough life. He's made life choices that his family do not approve of, but he's never let that bother him before, preferring to weather it all with a fine sense of sarcastic humor. Now he's serious about helping his half-brother Michael after he feels responsible for Michael's imprisonment. And that's the truth. He feels very, very responsible for what's going on, because it was his comments back in Love and Lies when he was talking about Bethany that his dad overheard. Well, his dad was there, but his dad decided to kind of twist his words, and that's how he framed Michael for his own crimes. So we all know, spoiler alert if you haven't been reading the series, our dear fabulous Michael, who we met over here, goes to jail for a crime he did not commit. So, yeah, keep reading. Keep reading. Because this book right here, Unlikely Hero, is the book where we will find out what happens to Michael, whether he will stay in jail or whether he will get out. I'm pretty sure everybody wants him to get out, so, you know, happy endings and all that. Watch out, no spoiler alerts. So Holly Urshman has always done things by the book. She doesn't have so much as a parking ticket to her name. When a client of hers has their life threatened, she vows to get to the bottom of what happened. And we all know that that is Bethany. So this is what draws them together, because they're both investigating kind of the same thing. And they're going to find out what is really going on. They're going to figure out a solution to the whole problem, and we'll see whether their solution actually works. It's unlikely pairing that neither of them wanted or expected, yet once they put their heads together to help the Ramesly family, they find they work well as a team in more ways than one. So we're having a lot of fun here, and I'm not going to ruin all the surprises, because once again, I love having some comedy. There is a bit more suspense and drama in this book than there are in the others, I admit that, but once we have cleared up a few things, we will be able to move back into the comedy zone. Because I love a good romance, so obviously there's going to be a happily ever after for somebody in the book. Let me see if anybody's late to the show. Please say hi. Please comment where you're from. You know, tell me about your weather. Apparently it's 80 degrees out in California right now. I'm jealous, very jealous. So, this Friday is going to be for Unlikely Hero. And the link will be coming. I'll be putting it on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, so that you can find your very own copy. I also want to announce that there is going to be a super sale, because everybody loves a super sale. Hi, Heather! She's from Charleston, South Carolina. That's cool. So, super sale this Friday. We're putting it on for an entire week, so you can purchase any book in the Ramesly series or in my other series, the Broken Ones or the Farm Country. I know, it's not really a series, I just only have one book in it so far. But you can purchase any of them for 99 cents. It's going on super sale. The only one that is not at 99 cents is my new release, because it's a brand new release. So hopefully you will enjoy it. Let's see, we're going to start game number 1. Now, the question is, can we comment on our own live videos?
I'm trying.
Tracy's trying. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Probably not.
Can we see it?
Can I comment? I can comment on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm gonna put a word on Facebook.
You can do it on there too. You should be able to do it on all of them.
Okay, so let's start. We're gonna start a scrambled word game. And we're going to see who can unscramble the words. So let's start with number 1. And you can just put your answers below. M-T-R-A-E-R-L. And I'm hoping, yeah. Because I'm thinking our fabulous autocorrect is going to be a real pain. So there is word number 1. Now, where do I comment? Oh, comment right over here. Cool. So I'm putting up word number 1 on Facebook. It's already there. Disregard any capitals. R-A-E-R, because your capitals are going to be wherever they're going to be. Tracy's having troubles with YouTube, so maybe YouTube unfortunately cannot join this game, but that's okay. There will be other games that you may join.
I'm even trying to watch you and I can't find you.
You can't find me on YouTube.
Can't watch you.
Can't watch this.
I don't know. It's really
I don't know. But it'll be interesting. So if anybody can figure out the first word, well, it's 2 words because there is a space. I do admit the letters are back and forth, so have fun trying to figure it out. So we'll just throw that one up there and see what happens. And in the meanwhile, while your little brains are busy with the new word, I'm going to read an excerpt from Unlikely Hero. First, I'm going to take a drink because it's dry. Ginger ale. Is anybody drinking anything? Anybody? Yeah, hick, she says. Non-alcoholic here, unfortunately. If anybody's drinking anything, if anybody's got any, wow, I don't know. I think I left Instagram there for a minute. It was like my forehead was on there and nothing else.
Sorry, y'all.
Hi, everyone. So yeah, if you can, post if you're drinking something. Tell me if you're eating something. So let's read an excerpt from Unlikely Hero, because my characters eat and drink. They make me very hungry. A lot. So, starting with this. Molson wasn't trying to be particularly quiet. He popped leftover shepherd's pie into the microwave, the buttons making loud beeping noises in the quiet. Does he ever come in the daytime? Bethany's sleepy complaint reached his ears. I think he's mainly nocturnal, Drew replied, pulling the covers over his head. It was a studio apartment, the living room, kitchen, and bedroom being in the same area with no partitions. I got an idea, but I need your help, Molson spoke into the dark apartment. He flicked on the kitchen light. I don't think he's going to go away, Bethany shielded her eyes. Drew groaned, peeling back the covers. He's like a Band-Aid. Best to pull it off and get it over with. Thanks, Molson said dryly, grabbing a glass of water. Drew came to the kitchen, rubbing his eyes. What's this idea, and why couldn't it wait until morning? Because come the morning, you're going to be at work and I got stuff to do. Molson took the plate out of the microwave. Thanks. Drew took the plate out of his brother's hand and grabbed a fork for himself. Molson gave him a dirty look before ransacking the fridge for another piece. What if I could get some guys to be witnesses through the chain to say that David gave them the drugs, not Michael? Real witnesses from the drug trade? Drew scooped up a forkful of the pie. They'll never testify. If they did, they would be implicating themselves in the crime of drug smuggling. Not if you get them immunity. Molson popped another plate into the microwave. Beth, you want any? No. Bethany pulled her robe around herself as she patted it into the kitchen. She grabbed a plate and fork. I thought you didn't want any, Drew frowned. I don't. She rearranged a few items, pulling out a plate with a cover. Ooh, save a piece. Drew knew what was in the container. He pointed his fork at Molson. See, I should have a fork. I'm pointing my fork at you, Tracy. What makes you think I could get these guys immunity? This is an FBI case. I have no say in anything. You got connections. Molson took a seat, sniffing appreciatively at the food. Surely you can talk to Agent Law or someone, ask if they'd be interested in the real truth rather than the one they've cobbled together. Bethany put a piece of fudge cake on her plate. Molson would have drooled if his mouth wasn't full. Law and I aren't friends, Drew said dryly. This was Drew's basic way of saying that they hated each other's guts. He was not going to listen to any suggestions that I have. Bethany sat at the table. I think I know why you want to marry her. Molson eyed the cake, his fork hovering in the air. She cooks. I need to get one of these. Mine. Drew put his hand over Bethany's. She moved her plate away from Molson. Mine. Molson tried not to smirk and failed. He shook his head in amusement. What about going to Law's supervisor? What? Drew frowned. I'm not sure I can. Why not? The guy has to have someone ahead of him on the food chain, Molson pointed out. And if Sterling really can find evidence that Laws got paid off, then wouldn't it be good to know who the guy is? Do you really think that you can get them to agree to give up David? Would any of them be an actual eyewitness? Drew polished off his plate, going to the counter for cake. I don't know, Molson admitted, but it's the best idea I got. It could work, couldn't it? Bethany asked. Yes, Drew said reluctantly. If everything falls into place, it could work. The likelihood of these guys wanting to testify or the FBI... Oh, she's got cake!
Sorry, Jack.
Not the kind that I can eat, but it's cake! Oh, it's cold cake, too. Okay, I was interrupted in the meanwhile. Oh, YouTube's going fuzzy. Why are you fuzzy? There you are!
My camera.
It's because I brought over the cake.
Yeah.
Because it's trying to autofocus, that's why. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. Okay, yes, Drew said reluctantly. If everything falls into place, it could work. The likelihood of these guys wanting to testify or the FBI giving immunity to them, almost zero. You can still ask. Molson went to get himself a piece of cake. He didn't even wait to sit down before tasting it. Did you bake this? The cooking channel and I have become good friends, Bethany said proudly. Is there any way that I can convince you to dump this brother of mine and cook for me? Molson asked. No, Bethany and Drew said in unison. Funny, Annette. Very funny. She's like, squirrel! Because we're distracted. Because that's what we do. You know, squirrel! Oh. Yep. Yeah, we get distracted. That's what happens. So... let's try another... Oh, whole line, then finding two words. We'll do better next time. Does anybody have the answer for the first one? I don't see if anybody has the answer. So I'm going to give the answer away. It was Ramesly Brothers. The very first Unscramble was Ramesly Brothers, so I think that was pretty cool. Let's try a super easy one and see who can get it first. So, Facebook, you're up. Let's comment a second. Oh, you know what? I'm going to spell this one. I'm going to spell this one and give everybody the same chance in time. So, it's a super, super quick one. Let's do that. Oh, Annette had it. Yes, she did. She did. I saw it earlier. Annette had the first one. That's cool. So, O-V-E-L. One word. I think you can get it. Super easy one. O-V-E-L. L for the second unscramble. In the meanwhile, is anybody jumping it down? Anybody putting it down? Hi, Cousin Herman. There are some other people here. Hi, Berthine. Oh my, there's Gord from previous work. Hi, Gord. Yes. Robin has love. Way to go, Robin. She got word number 2. Very, very cool.
Somebody else was on there too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other people. All sorts of people are here, which is cool. They're seeing what we're doing. We're playing games. We're having a great time. So, question and answer. If you have any questions, let them roll. Do you have any questions for me? You know, anything that you want to know, anything you want to know about the series that wouldn't be a total spoiler alert. Does anybody, you know, want to know anything about me? Probably not. But hey, maybe you do. So feel free to bring your questions to me. I had some other people bring some questions before. So I'm going to give you 3 of them. And if you want to answer them also, that would be very, very cool. So, question and answer. Who is your favorite character from the Ramesly Brothers series? And, yeah, I have to say it's Michael. He came and talked to me, and he would not let me go, oh, you know, for 3 days he talked to me until I wrote his story. And that might seem weird, but this is how characters are in my head. They talk to me, and, you know, I was actually, in the beginning, I like how you started and then decided you wanted to go a different route. That is true. That is true. It was just kind of took on a life of its own, didn't it, Karen? It does. Have you ever had to rewrite after you began to write? Yes. Yes. Not often. Not often, but I have had to rewrite scenes where I'm like, this no longer works. The character's no longer doing that. They have to go in a different direction. It's, you know, you keep elements from the scene, but you totally have to scrap stuff, which is true. I actually started with this book right here. I started with Max's story. I started it probably spring of last year. And then I kind of set it aside. I was inspired by a Dr. Phil show. Believe it or not. It was a show on Dr. Phil about this guy and this lady, and they had met, and he was homeless. And I was like, that is so cool. Wouldn't it be an awesome romance book to write a romance book about a homeless guy? Because you hear all these, you know, billionaire books and, you know, all these millionaires and all these, you know, really cool guys. And I'm like, what if we had a homeless guy? I bet nobody's written about a homeless guy as the main character. So, of course, I had to do it. And I was about halfway through the story, and I was just kind of not feeling it at that time. It was fun. I just thought it'd be, you know, a nice little recreational thing to do. And then I came back to it later after I had quit my job, and I wanted something to do, and it was interesting. And I was like, I'm going to pick this back up. So I started doing it again, and I got stuck. And I'm like, why am I stuck? Why can't I get this to go any further? And then I realized that his brother Michael was talking to me. And Michael would not shut up because he's like that. He's just like, I have a story, and I have to tell you about it. And, you know, I've been in love with this girl for 20 years, and I've got to get it off my chest. So Michael talked to me for 3 days straight. And that's why I couldn't write about Max. And I went, okay, that's it, Michael. I got to get you out of my head. So I sat down for 5 days straight, and I wrote Michael's story. I wrote 10,000 words a day, which was crazy, but true. And I wrote his story. And it was a lot of fun. And I was amazed at everything I learned about him because he is an awesome guy. He's very different from his brother, but he's a lot of fun. And he is my favorite character because he's that quiet. He's just very dependable. Dependable, quiet, loyal, does the right thing. And, you know, he's been trying hard for the last 20 years and he still hadn't gotten the girl. And so he needed to get it off his chest. So I wrote that, and then I came back to Max and I went, this cannot be story number 1. This is a trilogy. So then I had to find out about their brother Noah. And I wrote Noah's story before I could even finish poor Max, who'd been waiting a year, it seemed like. But it's true. So it all starts with Noah and his story, and then we learn about our favorite villain, David, because hello, who doesn't love to hate somebody, right? So David is our favorite villain, being their father, and they're our first little trilogy of the Ramesly brothers. And everybody went, well, how can you have a book 4 if there's only 3 brothers? Well, Dylan's a Ramesly, and he's got brothers, because he's a cousin, and he's got brothers, so it just continues onward. And it's funny because, yes, Unlikely Hero, he's not really a Ramesly, he's a Colburn, but his dad is a Ramesly because, well, David's been doing things he shouldn't do. Yep, he's had affairs. We all know this because we had Love and Lies, and he has, yes, he has other children, and we'll get to know some of them too. That's how the series continues on and on and on and on, which is great. Hi, Melissa! There's my bestie from childhood. She's here. And so that is my favorite book right here with the huge, long explanation. There's going to be more family members. We will learn what's really going on. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have a great time. Another question was, what is your favorite scene? I don't really know what my favorite scene is because I enjoy all the funny scenes. I really enjoy the tearjerker scenes, and I enjoy the funny scenes. Like, I loved how he got his dog, you know, in this book. And who names their dog FedEx but a man? Really? Yes, he carried her like a package through the rain, and so he named her FedEx because he thought it would have been easier to have mailed her. So, you know, I just love the funny scenes, the quirky scenes where odd things happen, and I just enjoy those type of characters that really surprise me, because a lot of times I will have secondary characters, like in the very first one, my nurse, Kelly, showed up. She only had a tiny little piece. And because I wrote this one first, I knew that she was going to be something more, because in here, she calls Michael Cranky Pants at the hospital. So she's really funny, and she had this really good little humor, and she was supposed to be this side character that does nothing. So of course she showed up in book number 4, and she became a main character, because why wouldn't she? And I do that in all my books. I find my characters in each book in the background. Like in this one, I started the new series with her friends. So Kelly's friends are in the Broken One series. And the very first one started with, you having fun there? Mm-hmm. The very first one started with her friend Derek, and it also started with his boss. So his boss is Cynthia, and I took a unlikable character, and by the end, she became a very likable character. So it was a lot of fun to go through that challenge and enjoy it. All right, so I think it's another game time. Let's see. So, if you could go out on a date with anyone, dead, alive, fictional, or real, who would it be? Where would you go? And what would you do? Because why not? Could be your spouse. Could be Shakespeare. Could be God. Could be that guy you've always had a crush on, or that girl you've always had a crush on. Could be anybody. So put in the comments, who would you go out with? And what would you do? Would it be fun? Would it not be fun? You know, everybody has their different ideas of what and what. And some of you are going to be like, ugh, I'm not going to share that. But it could be fun.
Arnold and I are going to terminate.
Yeah. She's going to terminate with Arnold. Oh, somebody's going out with Justin Chambers on Grey's Anatomy because he's easy on the eyes. They're going to go out and play on the playground. I'm going out with Prince Charming because he's got like a castle and all of his servants can like tend to us, and I can be entertained by his minions. So, you know, and he's charming. Call me Shallow. I'm going with Shallow tonight. It's okay. I'll do that. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to take up Prince Charming. And you know, there's so many variations on him. I can choose whichever one I want. Go Disney. Go Disney. Okay, so let's try another word. Ooh, let's scramble a word. Okay, so I'm going to spell this one, and good luck to you. N-O-O-H-E. M-L-S. N as in Nancy, 2 O's, and M as in Mary, L as in love, and S. So I'm going to comment a quick second so that you can see it. That's right there. No, that's not what I wanted. We wanted to do it right there. So N-O-O-M-L-S. Woo, I got 2 L-S's. There it is. Noodles? There's the next one. Noodles. Yeah, it's noodles.
Sorry.
There went Facebook.
Sorry, everybody.
Sorry, everybody from Facebook. If you got a little seasick here, it's her fault.
Hey, what the? Not a swallow.
She got needles today. So
17.
Yeah. 17 needles. Cool. Good for her. All right. So that was fun. Socks. I've been giving hints all week long. Too sexy for my socks. Too sexy for my socks. Too sexy because I rock. So, if you have a pair of mismatched socks on, you're gonna win right now. Thanks for the clothespin. Yeah, because that's what I need. I can't get it on. My nose is too fat. There we are. My nose is too fat. So if you have a pair of mismatched socks on, you, right now, the first one to tell me, be honest here. I mean, you can't show me a picture, which really sucks. Has anybody got mismatched socks on? Anybody got mismatched socks on? They're not saying anything. I think they don't. I think they missed the hint. If you had mismatched socks on, I would be giving away a free ebook right now. But I think they missed the hint. No lies. No lies. Somebody's running away right now and coming back with a pair on.
Send a picture to your...
Yeah, send a picture to me. Yeah. Time and date stamped. Right now. Oh, that hurt my nose. Let's do some trivia. So, we already know what Michael named his dog, so I can't say that. Ha ha ha. What did David frame Michael for? Does anybody know? They're still working on numerals. Numerals.
I was too.
You're working on numerals? Do you know what it was?
Slow.
So, if I were stranded on a desert island, she got it! If I were stranded on a desert island, what character would I pick? And why? From my series. And at first I thought, maybe I would pick David. Because, let's put it this way. He's got a lot of money, a lot of resources. He would get himself out of there. But my worry is that he wouldn't bring me with him. He wouldn't take me off the island. He'd leave me behind. Because I could see David doing that. So I thought, no, not taking David. Not taking Noah either, because Noah is accident prone. Accident prone. He chopped himself with an axe. We learned about the pen going through his hand. We learned about all sorts of fun things. What else did he do? He had stitches. 98 stitches, I think. Yeah, he and Max are not doing so well when it comes to that. I thought maybe about Michael. And then I thought Jake. Because in Stranded with the Billionaire, he was actually resourceful. And he actually managed to get them out of there. So if he can do it off a mountain, he can do it off of a desert island. So Jake for Stranded with the Billionaire. That's my answer. If you have a different answer, put it up. Let me know. Who would you get stranded with on an island? Of course, then again, maybe you want to stay stranded. Who knew? All right, so nobody's got numerals.
Oh my god.
Shall we give the starting letter? Let's give a hint.
I did it all capitals there, and maybe that'll help people make it all capitals. Because it kind of makes it weird otherwise.
Let's give a hint. It starts with the M. as in Mary might be a main character. There's a real hint. Hint number 2 kind of gives it away. Good luck, people. Spoiler alert.
Talked about it. We already talked about it tonight.
We did talk about it. We did talk about it. So we had Robin. Nobody told me about the socks. Oh, right. Well, anyhow, we had Annette and we had Robin, who both got some fantastic answers. We're seeing if anybody gets Nummel. I just like saying
Nummels?
Nummel. Nummels.
Okay.
So, again, remember about the super sale. Does anybody else have any questions? No questions? Everybody's like, no, they're so quiet. They're doing their own thing. They're lurking. They're watching, which is cool. That's fine.
Did David become a bigger character than you expected at the beginning?
David did. He took up, well, I knew he was going to be my bad guy. I just didn't realize that he was going to grow as big as he did. He's become, oh, Robin's got it. Right there. She says she's got it. It's Molson, so Robin's got it ×2. Good for Robin. Yeah, David became a bit bigger character than I expected because I knew he was going to be my bad guy. I knew he was going to be my bully. He was going to be my blackmailer. And, he just keeps going. I thought by now I would have him in prison and I'd be like goodbye to him.
Oh, you did.
And I did have him in prison for a little while. But, no, he managed to get away and he's totally off and out. And so we're going to see what happens in Unlikely Hero. I regret to say that he's still on the loose. And I will say that because I'm going to read to you the next blurb of book number 8, which hasn't even gotten written yet.
I'll go too.
Oh, so, yeah. So, book number 8, After Unlikely Hero, which all of you should be able to buy on Friday. You might have the first copy of the manuscript will contain some errors and contains A, B, and C. If you do, wait a week, update it. You will have everything fixed, which will be awesome. Where did I get the idea for a bad guy as bad as David? Ooh, well, he kind of developed on his own. I knew I needed a reason for poor Noah to have to be dating Beth. And so I needed somebody to blackmail him. And David just kind of went from there. And I kind of knew he was bad from writing this book first, that he had affairs, because I needed something on him to blackmail him with. And I was like, well, what can be worse that's going to affect his career and that will make people, not trust him and, something that he doesn't want to get out into the public. So I knew I had to have something bad on him. I knew he had to be the sort of person who had no moral compass so that he would do bad things to other people, mainly in manipulating and mainly with blackmailing. He usually doesn't go around killing people. That was a shock to me, that he was attempting to kill someone. I had no idea that was Bethany's backstory until we got there, because my characters just kind of reveal to me as I go. Which is funny because next thing I know, I'll be writing. I'm like, say what? Are you for real? And they're like, yeah, didn't you know? And it's like, well, I do now. Thank you so much. So I'm a pants it person, they call it. You're pantsing it or winging it, as we say in Canada. I'm winging it. So things just kind of come out when they come out. And I'm like, oh, really? Did that really happen? Yes. Yes, it did. And it's a lot of fun flying by the seat of your pants because you are surprised by your characters as your readers are. And it's very, very true. Sometimes plot twists happen, like in Unlikely Hero, which I had no idea what Fielding was who he was, per se. There was an aspect of him where I just kind of went, oh, you are? And Molson went, oh, crud, you are? And everybody went, well, yeah. And I went, oh. Well, that just makes your life more terrible, Molson. Good luck! Because that's what I like to do. I make their lives harder and harder and harder, and then I go, how are we going to get out of this? And it's a lot of fun that way. So, book 8 after Unlikely Hero is going to be called In Pursuit of a Billionaire. Everett Ramesly, who is Dylan and Jake's brother. So we met Dylan in The Reluctant Husband, and we met Jake in Stranded with the Billionaire. So that's their last brother of the bunch. But don't worry, we've still got cousins to go. Everett Ramesly was determined to find on-the-run David Ramesly. His uncle may hold the key to getting his father Robert out of jail. Everett couldn't do it alone, but he can hire someone who had a reputation of getting her man. Bounty Hunter. I'm so excited over this. I'm like, a bounty hunter! I had no idea who it was going to be. Then it jumped out at me like 5 days ago. Bounty Hunter! Bounty hunter Aubrey Henson had tracked down the most elusive criminals. She wasn't about to let an octogenarian get the best of her. What she hadn't counted on was Everett wanting to come along for the chase. Bree isn't used to working with anyone, let alone a handsome rich boy who knows nothing about roughing it when necessary. So you can see there's going to be some issues. From booby traps to bad flight connections, Everett and Bree are spending a lot of time together. Enough to make Bree wonder if she is in pursuit of the right billionaire. So anyhow, that's my little blurb for the next one coming up. It's going to be great fun. Does anybody want me to read my single and only scene that I've written? Say yes, say no. You're like, I'm not interested. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna read it anyway. Because it's fun. I love fun. So they're at a fancy party. Cool. She's got a mug. I don't know. They're at a fancy party, and my dog is growling. And they're obviously tracking down Dear Molson. Hi, Annette. Thank you for saying yes. Now I feel I feel vindicated. They're not tracking down Molson. They're tracking down David. They're trying to track down David, and he's on the run because of something that happened in Unlikely Hero. So you'll have to read the book this Friday on Amazon. So they're at this party, and they're trying to find out some information on David. Crawford is a close friend of David's, Bree explained as she maneuvered through the crowd with Everett. This party is at a very nice house, by the way. There's my setting. He's known to have a secret tropical island, because what billionaire doesn't, right? No one knows exactly where it's located, because if they did, it wouldn't be a secret. Just saying. And you think that's where David might be hiding, Everett guessed. It's a possibility, nothing is certain, Bree cautioned, leading him up the stairs. If we can find the location of the island, we can search it and either find David or eliminate it from our list of locations where he might be. She smiled at a couple who walked past them. The second floor was quieter than the first, the public areas including a terrace, lounge, and washrooms. What interested Bree most was the office, which, according to the blueprint she had looked at earlier, was just down the hall past that security guard. We need a distraction, Bree told Everett. What sort of distraction? Everett asked. I don't suppose you could fall down the stairs and break a leg. She raised a delicate eyebrow. Everett looked at her surprise. No. Too bad, Bree murmured. I know you're not exactly happy about having me along, dogging your every step when we try to find David, Everett said patiently. It's just something that you're going to have to deal with. You're right, she admitted, feeling a little guilty. Like it or not, he was paying the bills, so he would get what he wanted. Okay, you stand by the doors to the lounge. I'm going to distract the security guard. When you can, slip past him and search the office for the location of the island. Great. Everett was pleased that she had finally given him something of value to do. It showed maturity on her part to cooperate with him. Wait, where should I look first? His question was lost as she slipped away into the crowd. Sidling up to a man, Bree tugged on his sleeve. Excuse me, sir. I just thought I should say something. Pardon? The gray-haired man looked quizzically at her. Do you see that man? The handsome one with the black hair, standing by the doors of the lounge, with the blue pin on his tie? Bree unerringly described Everett. I saw him bump into you earlier. I think he's one of those professional thieves. You know the ones, they take people's wallets. No, surely not, the man smiled patiently as his hand automatically went to his pants pocket to check. His face registered alarm as he encountered an empty pocket. It's missing! Oh, Bree faked shock. How terrible! My goodness, the man pressed a hand to his lips. I've been robbed. Sir, 3 pointed, the security guard is right there. Perhaps he can apprehend the thief. Yes, I'll go tell him. Thank you. He quickly walked to the security man, gesturing agitatedly about his missing wallet. Bree melted into the crowd, finding a potted plant to tuck the wallet into. As she watched, the security guard walked toward Everett with the still agitated man. A smile crossed her lips. She wished she could stay and watch the fun, but there was an office that needed to be searched. She walked down the hall, or as she walked down the hall, she caught Everett's eyes and blew him a kiss. So that is my fun little scene for the very next book, which you're just gonna have to wait for. But I'm hoping we'll be here this May. So a month, less than a month. I'm writing it now. Excuse me. Hello, Bean. Would you like to come up and say hi? Come on, up. Come up and say hi. She's like, I have been good all day, and now I am just whiny and just need attention too. So, yeah, she just wants cake. She's not getting cake. You got what?
She's got to come into this one a little bit more if they can see her. There you go.
There she is. There's my beanie for my bean. She's like, oh no, she's going to cost me. So anyway, wrapping up what is going on, I think we have 2 winners for our fabulous games, and that is Annette and Robin. So I will get in contact with you guys so that you can each get your copy of Unlikely Hero before you can even read it on Amazon. And I will send you the links so that you can get these free copies of the ebook and enjoy the story, which is going to be awesome. Thank you everybody for coming. That is really great. I really appreciate it. Remember that this Friday it should be available right on Amazon. I will be putting the links into everywhere on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube so that you can find it and you can enjoy it. I don't know. Tracy's writing things. I might let Tracy do things. Tracy, you're yay, says Annette. Oh, we have a couple of questions. Just for feedback, just curiosity, because I value you guys. You're my customers. You're my readers. You're awesome. Without you, I would not have anything. Yay for Robin! So if anybody is interested in swag, so swag would be like cups or hats or, t-shirts or, travel mugs, things like that, where we would put funny and odd little sayings on them like, hashtag I love my fictional boyfriend, or, hashtag author boss, or, just funny little things like, I can't use these because they're already used, but, sisters in spirit, or
should you go sweet?
Should I go sweet? Should I go funny? Should I go sour? Local woman named Sister of the Century. Source is still unsure if she's the good sister or the evil one. Fun things like that. Or Mondays should be optional because they really should. Although when you are your own boss like me, every day is Monday. Yeah. Yeah. As you can tell from the beginning of the show, where everything was going wrong. Yeah, rewind and see that.
The nurse who was setting me up to go see the neurologist for my needles walked into the door.
I did that the other week. I walked into the wall. I had a migraine. I was turning out of the door to go right, and I literally kept going right and went punk right into the wall. It happens.
So it's been a day.
It's been those sorts of days. So if you're interested in any swag or things like that, please give us comments. We're always curious about stuff like that. And yes, so remember that this Friday is Unlikely Hero, which is so cool. I know some of this is not translating very well, but it is there and it is awesome, and you will see it. Yeah. You will see it on Amazon. Hopefully it will be there very, very soon. And if you get a copy that says the babies are A, B, and C, or if there's going to be some spelling errors in there, because that's a first draft. It was an accidentally uploaded instead of the real draft, and Amazon will not let me change it until it gets approved. So I'm waiting on Amazon. But if that happens, wait a week, hit the update button, and all of those changes will have taken place, because I'm going to update all the story is still there. I'm going to update the updated copy which has the contest winning names Aubrey, Emma, and Isabella. They will be in it, so you will get a proper copy of it. Just give it a little time and then hit update. And there's no cost to you to update. This just happens. It's okay. It happens through Amazon all the time. Not to me, but to other people I've heard. Excuse me. And also remember that this Friday will be super sale. So if you have been hesitating to grab a book out of one of the other series and you're like, oh, I don't know, do I want to spend the money? This is your chance to like explore the Broken One series, explore my Farm Country series, explore any of the Ramesly brothers that you did not get. For 99 cents each ebook, you can pick them up, except for the brand new release, Unlikely Hero, which is coming out. I want to thank everybody for coming. So fun. Glad you played the games. Really, really appreciated it. Remember to follow, like, or subscribe to various channels. Then you can see what's coming up. You will know when new events are happening, new contests are happening, when new releases are happening. And we will contact our fabulous winners, Annette and Robin, probably tomorrow because it's getting later tonight. And we will send them the links to those books. So very glad to see you. Robin, send me a line, just message me so that I can grab hold of you and message you back, okay? I think I have your email anyway, but I just want to make sure about it, okay?
Is she on Instagram?
She is on Facebook, so she can just hit me on Facebook. She can follow me and she can message me and say hi. So that's really cool.
And your Kindle Unlimited too.
Oh, I am on Kindle Unlimited. So for anybody
Kindle,
has a Kindle or has the app on their phone, which is really awesome.
Bonking her head, poor girl.
Oh, Bean, you do that for her. I know, you just want attention. We will get attention in just a moment. So you don't have to actually buy a Kindle. You can actually have the app on your phone, your computer, tablet, whatever you got. It is a free app. But the Kindle Unlimited program is a subscription. It is a monthly subscription. It's not very... Oh, my live video ended. Okay, cool. On Instagram. I guess it stops after a while. I might have gone over my time. So that Kindle Unlimited is a subscription for a certain amount of money each month. I think it's around $10, which is not really a big deal. And you can get any of my books except for Kissing Katie, because that one is also my reader magnet. But anyhow, you can get any of my books on the Kindle Unlimited. They are enrolled, so you can download them and read them all for your monthly subscription fee, just like you can read any of the other books in the program.
And you make money.
And I make money off of that too, which is really helpful to me. So, you know, if you want to just, flick some pages, that's your deal. It's cool. Read it.
It's all good.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I love that. I love that people are reading these books. Drop me a line, say what you love about them. It really lifts my spirits when you comment and you let me know things.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends, share, let them know. I hope that you enjoyed our book launch, and hopefully we'll be able to do more of these in the future. So have a great one. Have a great night. Thank you so much for coming, and we will see you later.
Thank you.